Good afternoon and welcome to Pakistan Today News from our London studio. I'm Chris Taylor. Our top story: Justice Aminuddin Khan has been sworn in as the first Chief Justice of Pakistan's newly established Federal Constitutional Court. The ceremony took place at the Aiwan-e-Sadr in Islamabad, administered by President Asif Ali Zardari and attended by senior judicial and government officials. The new Federal Constitutional Court, created through the 27th Constitutional Amendment, is expected to ease the workload of the Supreme Court by handling constitutional matters more efficiently. Officials say the court's formation marks a major step towards strengthening judicial independence and accelerating constitutional adjudication in Pakistan. Staying in Islamabad, two judges of the Islamabad High Court, Mohsin Akhtar Kayani and Saman Rafat Imtiaz, have indicated they may stop hearing cases starting next month. Their concerns stem from expected transfers permitted under the new 27th Amendment, which authorizes the Judicial Commission of Pakistan to relocate High Court judges without their consent. Legal observers warn this could lead to substantial transfers at the Islamabad High Court, raising broader questions about judicial autonomy and institutional stability. For more on this developing situation, we're joined by our Islamabad correspondent, Sarah William. Sarah, what can you tell us?
Chris, the uncertainty among the judiciary here is palpable. Senior legal figures say the amendment has introduced an unprecedented level of administrative discretion, leaving many judges unsure about their future postings. Some lawyers argue that involuntary transfers could undermine judicial independence, while others believe the shakeup may help distribute caseloads more evenly across provincial benches. Discussions continue within legal circles, and the Islamabad High Court is bracing for what could be the first large wave of transfers in its history.
Thank you, Sarah. Moving to political developments, the parliamentary body of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf has recommended nationwide protests in response to the 27th Constitutional Amendment. PTI leaders argue the government is unable to manage economic pressures and law and order challenges, warning of potential civil unrest. Meanwhile, the opposition alliance Tehreek-Tahaffuz Ayin-e-Pakistan is set to meet later today to finalize its protest strategy, signaling an intensifying confrontation between government and opposition forces. In legislative news, a bill to amend the Army Act 2025 is scheduled to be presented in the Senate today. Introduced by Khawaja Muhammad Asif, the measure also includes proposed changes to the Pakistan Air Force Act and the Pakistan Navy Ordinance. The amendments aim to restructure Pakistan's military command hierarchy, making the Army Chief the new Chief of Defense Forces and abolishing the position of Chairman Joint Chiefs of Staff Committee effective 27th November. The initiative follows earlier approval from the National Assembly. Also linked to the 27th Amendment, a list has been prepared proposing the transfer of 10 judges from the Lahore High Court and 4 from the Islamabad High Court to provincial benches across Pakistan, including in Balochistan and Sindh. The proposed assignments would last between 6 months and 2 years. Under the revised constitutional framework, judges no longer need to consent to inter-provincial transfers. The Judicial Commission of Pakistan will review and vote on the list before any transfers take effect. Turning to education, a new national report reveals that more than 25 million children between the ages of 5 and 16 remain out of school in Pakistan. Alarmingly, about 20 million of these children have never attended school at all. The breakdown shows 9.6 million out-of-school children in Punjab, 7.8 million in Sindh, 4.9 million in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and 2.9 million in Balochistan. Even Islamabad records nearly 89,000 children not enrolled. The report warns the number is rising by an additional 20,000 children each year and urges urgent reforms to prevent a worsening national education crisis. Internationally, the United States has launched Operation Southern Spear, part of a broader counter-drug initiative led by Pete Hegseth. The operation targets what the U.S. describes as narco-terrorists across the Caribbean and Eastern Pacific. American officials say the mission aims to protect the homeland and bolster regional security, though specific rules of engagement have not been disclosed. The announcement has heightened tensions in the region, particularly with Venezuela, which views the operation as a potential threat to its territorial sovereignty and has expressed concern over possible land-based strikes. That's all for now. You're watching Pakistan Today News. I'm Chris Taylor.